I've mentioned previously that I work in the bursar's office at the University of Maine, and one of the things that I wish we would do is put out a video for students for how to do certain things to prepare themselves as they enter the university for the first time, because I get asked a lot of the same questions over and over again from students who don't know what they're doing. Uh, the first question is, how do I enter my anticipated resources? The second question is, how do I sign up for classes? And the third question is, how do I waive out of the student health insurance? So I'm going to put together a tutorial for how to do all three of those things. So first thing, I have to log into our MaineStreet account. And to be honest, I don't really know how to get to it other than to go to Google and search for MaineStreet. So I'll log in here. And what we're going to want to click on when we get into our MaineStreet portal is Student Self-Service. And we want to be in our Student Center. So this is my Student Center. It's pretty straightforward at this time. So to enter our anticipated resources, it's actually, if you don't know where to look, it's a little bit tricky. So I'm going to go through it right now. Up in the top right-hand corner where this compass is right here, it's called the nav bar. If you click on that and then click on Navigator, and the second option will be self-service. So you want to click on that, and then campus finances. And finally, you're going to click on anticipated resources. So you do have to select the term, which for right now is fall 2019. And so as an employee of the university, I qualify for the tuition waiver. So the first thing I did when I signed up for classes was enter my anticipated resources in this box right here where it says tuition waiver. So this is the cost for the 2 classes that I'm taking. I enter that there and click save. And this will preclude me from getting any kind of a late fee assessed to my account if the balance were not to be paid by a certain point. So that's how to go about entering your anticipated resources. As far as dropping a class goes, or adding or dropping a class, it's pretty straightforward. If you click on wishlist right here, the next semester coming up is 2020 spring, and registration actually opens in just a little bit, probably about 10 days or so. So I'm going to click here. As you can see, I already have 1 class in my wish list, but to search for classes that you want to take, you can click search right over here. I'm looking for graduate level courses, and just for example, EDT 520. And were I so inclined, I could take, it looks like Mia is teaching a section of this class next semester as well. I could select that and add it to my wish list. Now, unfortunately, I'm taking this class right now. I hope I will not have to take it again. So I'm going to take that off, but that's the way to go about adding a class to your wish list. And finally, the biggest question I get asked is, how do I waive out of the student health insurance? If you're not aware, the university charges every student for health insurance to make sure that they're covered, but most students are covered by their parents or by someone in their family, so they don't need it, and so we encourage them to waive out of the health insurance. And to do that, we ask them to go to the bursar's office website, which is umaine.edu/bursar. They would click on student health insurance here in the middle of the menu bar. And where it says student health insurance plan, we ask them to click the online waiver process. Now, the deadline to opt out of this was on October 1st, so they will not be able to waive at this point. But the way they would have done it prior to the deadline would be to go to this website and click on waiver. As you can see at this point, it tells them that the waiver period has ended. But this would be where they would go to waive that health insurance and get that charge taken off their account. It's a pretty hefty charge, so they should be highly motivated to do it. And so those are the three biggest things going in to starting the university that students are interested in. And the last thing that I would like to show for incoming students is how to accept financial aid. That's obviously one of the major concerns for most students, and we want to make sure that they know how to do that, just to take that stress off their mind. So to accept financial aid, there is a link that you can click in your student center that says accept and decline awards. So you can click right there. So I filled out the FAFSA and I was awarded a certain sum of money, but I have not opted to take it, of course, because my tuition is covered by my waiver. Thank you very much for the University of Maine for that. But if I did want to accept this loan that I was offered, which I never will, but I would click accept here. And when I click accept, this box becomes a populatable box where I can type in any dollar amount that I would like to accept. I don't have to take the full amount that's offered, but I can take up to that amount. So let's get out of there so I don't make a terrible mistake. And so those are the major obstacles for incoming students as they prepare to enter the world of higher academics. And I really wish that we could present something to them for them to follow along with to make this process easier. So I hope it's been informative for you.